Hey there, travelers. Welcome back to the radio station Ballad of the Seven Dice. Now, all you cool travelers are probably wondering, why am I getting this radio signal right now? I thought I tuned in to the actual play Ballad of the Seven Dice. Well, do we have a story for you? You see, while we were preparing ourselves for some holiday festivities, we discovered something. We discovered the truth about ocean spray. Now you're thinking, ocean spray, the wonderful and delicious drink I enjoy from day to day, the one I pick up from my grocery store. Cranberry lemonade. That's right. What we are about to tell you is a completely real, fiction, imaginary story we just made up. These events will show you the real ocean spray. The interstellar ocean spray. Now, all of you people who enjoy a fine, refreshing, revitalizing glass of ocean spray, you might question this drink after this. And that's fine. Understand, the choice is yours. And ocean spray, if after hearing this, you think to yourselves, wow, that's someone I need to sponsor, we'll accept it. Thank you. Now let's not just sit here waffling. Let's dive into this tale. This tale of some damn fine doctor work. I give you Just Doctor Work, Part 1.
Welcome, dear listeners, to our Halloween special, attempt number 2. Today we will be playing a TTRPG I created known as Just Doctor Work, where we bring together the best goddamn doctors the actual play world has ever seen and bring them to the hospital that needs them the most, the Dead Hospital. So basically the gist of this game is we have our doctors who have a few core skills. They have doctor work, which is anything not related to the paranormal. So slapping a patient, punching a hole through the wall, surgery, anything like that. They roll 2d6. It uses the Powered by the Apocalypse system, so 1 to 6 failure, 7 to 9 is a partial success, and a 10 plus is a complete success. If during doctor work they have a flashback and involve one or more of the doctors, they get a +2 to their roll for that roll. And then we have weird stuff where anytime they're dealing with the paranormal, slapping the paranormal, punching a hole through the paranormal, performing surgery on the paranormal, it could be considered weird stuff. They once again do the 2d6. They can add a +2 if they have a monologue that they'll recount out loud of a tragic event that happened to them or someone close to them involving this particular type of paranormal activity. And the last special ability that these doctors have is drama. So drama basically lets a doctor make a situation worse to make their next roll better. So for an example I have of this is a man catches fire, you use drama to have the room start to catch fire as well. You can't use drama again until someone interacts with that scene and changes it, whether it's another doctor putting drama to make it even worse, like all the nurses are now afraid of fire, or somebody actually like trying to put the fire out. And once they do that, you can 100% hop back in there with drama and make it worse. That's basically the gist of the game. It's pretty simple. But let's go around the table and introduce ourselves and our doctors. We'll start off with Robert.
So I'm playing Dr. Wellington, and he's just your average brain surgeon.
Well, makes sense. We'll go to Cassie.
I am playing Dr. Savannah George. She's a trauma surgeon.
And we will go to Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Dr. Larry Fredericks. He's a somnologist.
I hear the furious typing all around.
you just hear typing like.
I just typed out your name to have it in my label pad. That's it. I need one of those in real life.
I hear you.
So that was a sleep doctor, right?
It is a sleep doctor.
Okay, cool.
I was waiting for somebody to catch some knowledgeist.
I feel like that ties in our next character. Seth, why don't you introduce your doctor?
I'm Seth, and my doctor is Dr. Scott Gibbons, the ophthalmologist. I nailed it. And I study eyes and legit and old. An old man.
And our last doctor, Jason.
I'm playing Dr. Elgin. He's a psych doctor. He has a crazy obsession about getting everyone's feelings about situations because his first ever patient just wouldn't open up to him, and now he's got to redeem himself. Needs to know how you feel.
So the story takes place 2 weeks after a massive hurricane has struck the hospital. I know this is a little real for you, Dave.
What?
Too soon and too late.
A lot of the local businesses were destroyed. Thankfully, due to a very large portal near this hospital, they just carted in a bunch of new businesses and it's fine. Because that's how it works here. Global warming, right? Everybody believes that this giant portal that happened just near here is just due to global warming. No one questions it at all or any of the supernatural stuff that happens here. All of you are out in the parking lot at the moment. You just finished attempting to save a patient. I'll leave it up to you if you did or you didn't. But you're all just playing hacky sack, like doctors do. Classic doctor hacky sack. When suddenly this car rolls up and it's this beautiful day outside. You see You see the license plate says Ass Man.
Nice.
Stepping out of it, you see director Dr. David D. Davidson. The quintuple D steps out. He adjusts his tie and he looks at all of you and he goes, "Doctors, I see you're all performing your mandatory hacky sack. How's everything going?"
It's going quite well. Just playing hacky, you know.
Good.
The sack is approximately 70% hack.
And we're going to perform surgery on it very soon because of that.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Make sure that you keep your electrolytes going strong and enjoy some of this beautiful, beautiful cranberry ocean spray juice. Ocean Spray, if you'd like to sponsor us, that's ballad7dice@gmail.com. You can go ahead and email it there. Please, enjoy this one. It's on the house. And he hurls it towards all of you. Does no one get it?
It just hits the
Is
ground.
it just like one container, or is it a bunch?
It's a beefy container that people bring to parties for mix. It's like that big of one.
It splatters on the patient that's still laying on the ground
Yeah.
that we haven't quite done anything with.
And we've been just doing hacky sack over?
Yeah.
Who left that patient there? Gotta fess up which one of you did this.
No, it's the nurses. They just left him.
I kicked the hacky to Dr. Scott.
I try to like get it, but I accidentally like stumble and fall on the patient. I'm just like, "Ooh, damn nurses. Am I right, doctors? They don't do the real job, right?" And then, could some nurse help get me up though, please? I'm not above that.
You see the patient starts coughing up, and this like red liquid, you're not sure if it's blood or what, just starts spurting out of their mouth. They go, "I really think I'm dying. Doctors, can you help me?"
Well, I'll check you out. Let me check you out real quick. This is Dr. Fredericks.
Oh, Dr. Fredericks, I feel like my insides are on fire, and I keep coughing up this stuff.
It might have something to do with your sleep. Are you sleeping okay at night?
Oh, not really. I've been staying up too late, honestly. I get caught up in those baking shows. You know how it is.
Baking shows. Yes. I bet there might be some baking soda involved in your digestive system. Let's take a look, shall we?
How?
Just open wide for me.
All right. So he opens wide.
So I picture him laying there on the ground, and I get down on my knees near his head,
Yep.
and I tell him to open up wide, and I pull out something out of my pocket, one of those little small pepper packets,
Oh yeah.
and I open it up and sniff it real quick as I go in to look, and I am looking to see if there's any kind of baking soda residue from him baking, maybe flour, maybe there's some flour dust on him.
Yeah. Roll me some doctor work if you're gonna do this.
All right.
And if you want, you could do a flashback if you'd like, involving.
I don't know what that means.
So basically, you can think of it like a TV special, right? You could just sit there and be like, just as you're pulling out this pepper, you look back and be like, this reminds me of that time long ago. And then you could just name one of these doctors, drag them into your flashback, and have a flashback with them about a similar situation, similar doctor work.
We'll skip that for now.
Okay.
But I got a 5.
All right, perfect. So you pull out this pepper. You peel it open. The sweet pepper. You're looking into this guy's mouth. You're just trying to find some good flour. Suddenly you watch this red liquid is bubbling up, and he just makes this kind of sound, and this red liquid just sprays into your face. The delicious and refreshing taste of cranberry and lemonade sprays across and hits your mouth, and it tastes good, but where it's coming from makes you feel sick. And it's sprayed all over you, and your precious lab coat is now stained this pink color.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
I don't know what's happening.
That's awful. That's so gross. I stand up and I look down at him and say, I don't think he has a problem with his sleep issues. There's something in his digestive tract.
What is it, doctor? Because I feel like I'm dying.
I think it's this. And I pick up the bottle of ocean spray. Ocean spray. If you would, please check out Ballad of the 7 Dice and consider sponsoring us.
Fuck.
That's at balladofthesevendice@gmail.com.
You got Dave in on it.
Yeah. Hey, we need this sponsor, all right? If Ocean Spray will sponsor us, I'm not sure what I'll do, but I'll appreciate it, Ocean Spray. Your boss comes over and he's looking at the Ocean Spray, this refreshing beverage, and he's glancing down at the patient. You're telling me this patient is just wasting Ocean Spray? It's disgusting.
Well, I wouldn't say he's wasting it. He drank it.
And now he's spraying it, just like the ocean. I've seen this before.
Wait,
Think of the antioxidants.
you've seen this before, Doctor.
You know, maybe he has diabetes. Like that last time.
Who you bringing in on this?
Yeah, what happened last time?
I will look to Dr. Savannah George and say, Dr. George, don't you remember that time in the ER? Whenever that person came in with that sugary coating all over their lips.
Oh, honey, I think that was cocaine. I don't think that was ocean spray.
Oh,
The delicious and wholesome ocean spray.
I swear it was baking soda.
I thought maybe it was crystallized lemonade.
It was crystallized something.
There was a little bit of red speckle in it, so I thought maybe it could have been...
Yeah, it was blood.
Oh, not cranberry.
No, he was straight ODing. Yeah.
I'll admit, I was doing a copious amount of cocaine before this.
I'll confiscate that off you. Do you have any?
I'm fresh out. I decided I needed to rehydrate, and I grabbed just some delicious ocean spray. Brent is somewhere screaming at the sky.
So how did consuming this ocean spray make you feel at first?
Give me some doctor work in here. Let's see if you can get the patient's feelings.
That's a 5.
Not gonna lie. the moment I downed that ocean spray, my feelings, they went down with the drink. I don't know if I feel anything anymore. I might just be incredibly high, but I don't know.
Yes. Recessed.
Is he running a fever?
Potions about cranberries.
Yeah, you can tell that pretty easy. He's definitely burning up.
Does that mean he might be perspiring?
Yes, he's starting to.
Is it like the Gatorade commercials where cranberry ocean spray is just coming out of his pores?
You can make it happen with some drama if you want.
Look, I'm going into this extremely blind. I need somebody to help me out.
If somebody wants to do some drama,
No,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm gonna take the jug of ocean spray that Quadruple D chucked at us, and I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna dump it on this patient because he said his insides was burning. So I want to make sure that there's no actual fire going.
I'd say roll some weird stuff. Let's see if this works.
Hell yeah! Do I get a +2 for dousing this guy?
Yeah, I'll give you it.
Sweet.
I think that's pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
I got a 10 on that.
You douse him in this ocean spray, and you all see in slow motion it just coats his face as he like whips his hair back and forth. All of you are moving in real time, but all of this is slow motion. And
Majestic.
you see over in slow motion, your boss's mouth is just like David D. Davidson. It's going wide, like, oh, wow. And then he stops. He's like, doctors, I've never felt better. Thank you. I think I'm cured.
Great job, Dr. George.
I start shaking hands with everybody, including our patient.
Yeah, yes, great job, everyone.
Oh,
Yes.
doctor.
Successful procedure.
I'm still lying on the ground waiting for a nurse, and I'm like, yes.
I'll shake the patient's hand and be like, because you're worth it.
All right. That'll be $1,500.
What? No.
Oh,
No, this is Canada.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I've transferred from a hospital over in America. I'm still used to asking for money.
Oh, no, the government does all that for us. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stress you out there for a brief moment.
Yeah. You know what? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling refreshed.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna go for a gosh darn jog.
We are close to the border, though, so a tip would be nice.
I don't have any money. I spent it on my my previous activities. It is an expensive endeavor.
Fair enough.
Dr. Scott, what do we do after a patient?
Oh, yes. After every patient. And every
Yes.
time we do anything remotely doctory, we go for lunch. Every time. 6, 7, sometimes 10 times a
That's
day
right.
if it's really productive.
That's right, it's lunch.
It's lunch?
Let's go for lunch.
Do enjoy me some lunch.
Yeah, so you all go for your next lunch, and your boss just nods like, that's goddamn right what we do. And he marches up to his office. You all head on over into the lunchroom. They had fixed the lunchroom previously before it was covered in a lot of blood. There was blood written all over the ceiling, just a lot of anger in the room before Happy Birthday. Now the lunchroom is looking great. They have a lot of really basic plywood furniture from IKEA. Not even particle board. It is straight up plywood, not painted. So they have a new microwave that clearly they just got from a thrift shop or something, and it's just like all brand new stuff in here for you doctors to enjoy for your lunch breaks. The fridge is the same.
Where is the scotch?
Well, let me show you. And I open the fridge, and it's actually a secret doorway into like a little speakeasy. And I'm like, Doctor's secret, Dr. Fredericks. I know it's your first day, but you'll learn quick, especially in here.
You open up, and it opens up into a space that doesn't make sense. There wasn't any room for this, but it opens up into a very large speakeasy. You see, there are so many doctors in here, only doctors, just all enjoying specifically scotch. they're all talking about how much they enjoy the earthy taste, how much it doesn't bother them because they believe it tastes good. And that is the general conversation that's going on as you hear this copious amount of lies.
Thank you, Dr. Gibbons. I'll check this out. And I squeeze through the refrigerator into the speakeasy.
It's the new Narnia.
A double, please.
Quick, everybody, before somebody looks through the windows, get in. Can't have the patients knowing we have this.
Or the nurses, right?
Or the nurses. They have their own fridge. It just works like a regular fridge. How boring. Am I right? I went to 8 years of school for this.
Speaking of which, if you don't charge your patients, how do you pay for your excessive student loans?
I don't think they have those here, sweetheart.
Wow.
I know,
Canada must be nice.
we got really fucked on that.
Oh, we have student loans, trust me.
I don't know if they're as bad, but we do have them.
4 fingers of scotch, please.
Ooh.
The person looks at you, they grimace, and they just take out a knife and they just cut these fingers off. And they place them into a glass and pour the scotch over them. They're like, oh, God, this never gets any easier. And you watch as these fingers grow back on his hands.
Very good. And I just dip the fingers into the scotch and then take a bite from the fingertip.
It's a curse being born, a sugary sweet treat.
The bitter of the scotch really fights the sugar of your fingers.
I've never been able to experience the rain. The sweet drops coming from our beautiful sky, the melancholy look of a person just covered in those wonderful raindrops, washing away your sins. Instead, I sit in here, covered in sugar, knowing I will forever be just a temptation, but never what someone really needs.
Sounds like he longs for the spray.
Do you mean the beautiful taste of cranberry, peach, ocean spray?
Oh, you know it.
I've never been able to experience this.
Gentlemen, I know we only drink scotch in this room, but how do you all feel about a mixed drink?
And I put a little, a little thing of ocean spray on the counter. It's very tiny.
It's one of those little one of those little bottles of alcohol they have,
the
little
shooters.
samplers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those, but of ocean spray.
I imagine some light glistens off it, and there's choirs singing in the background.
Yeah, definitely. The choir that the hospital hired.
That's very taboo of you.
See, there's a lot of faces that look unsure. Like Dr. Wellington just said, it's a taboo thing to do. But this man made of sugar. He's looking at that ocean spray like it was a long-lost lover.
Is there a humidifier in this room?
No, it frightens the sugar man.
All right.
Don't startle the sugar man. You know what happened on the 4th of July.
Fireworks.
Boom.
The 4th of July Sugar Man riots.
We lost so many of our people that day, we didn't know it was gonna rain. The forecast was for sun, not for sugar.
But all of the candy was red, white, and blue. It was so patriotic.
We shouldn't have went across that border.
How close is the border to the hospital? I imagine it's like a 2-minute walk. Like you can see the
it's like
sign.
across the street.
Yeah. Where Dr. Larry Frederick actually transferred from is the hospital that's literally like a 5-minute walk away.
It's like a rival high school, basically.
Yeah. They only serve completely normal patients, and they don't have any paranormal activity there. It is just a normal, everyday hospital compared to the one over here.
For some reason, the hurricane didn't even touch them, and it's like, what?
Not at all.
No.
And their nurses are privy to their speakeasy.
Yeah, everyone's treated a lot better.
Not on my watch.
You see the sugar man move closer to the cranberry peach ocean spray. Sweet forbidden nectar. You think I could just...
Honey, you're an adult. I'm not going to stop you. I nudge it closer to him.
He picks up this refreshing drink, cracks it open. You hear the little and the bottle top cracking open, holds it up to his nose. This is what it means to be truly alive. And he slams it back, and you watch. His face is filled with the bliss and ecstasy that ocean spray brings each human on this planet. And his eyes start to widen in horror and shock as his throat begins to bubble. The ocean spray begins pouring out of his chest and where his stomach should be. He's just, of course, I'm made out of sugar. No! And you watch as he just starts falling down into this pile of sugary goop, screaming. And it is horrific. You're watching a human made out of sugar slowly dissolve. He has all the normal organs, blood, everything, but it's all just sugar-based.
It's fine. It's fine. It'll reconstitute when he dries out. Just scoop him up into a dustpan, and we'll take him over to trauma.
Oh!
Yeah, that's how it works. I'm a doctor. Trust me, you're just a bartender.
I believe you!
I slam my fist on the counter and I say, "Damn it, Dr. Scott! This is why we only drink scotch in this room."
You know what? Fair enough.
Everyone nods.
This is on you.
I thought he'd only have a drop. I didn't think he'd down the whole bottle. But that was pretty impressive. I can't high five you. Sorry.
He tries to reach his hand up and his arm breaks and falls onto the ground.
Okay, well, when things get soggy, you know what we doctors do.
Happy birthday.
I don't think we can help.
Exactly.
That caught me out of left field. Holy shit.
No one is sad on their birthdays, no matter what. So if they're going down,
Every
they're going to go
doctor.
down in a happy place. George, Dr. George, you might want to grab a nurse to get a dustpan and clean this up. Like you were suggesting.
Yeah, all right. I'll scurry out the speakeasy.
But make sure they're blindfolded so they don't see anything.
Of course.
Wait a second, I got an idea. And I go over to the corner of the room where there's like a janitor's closet, basically. And I bring out one of the mop buckets with the mop in it. And I go over to his body and just start mopping up and then putting the juices into the squeeze, like the squeeze out thing. And I just mop up his body into the bucket.
Much like when Plankton was stepped on by SpongeBob and then scraped onto the ground, this is what you hear. You hear, Dr. Frederick is mopping up the sugar man, and then as you push down, you just see his innards and everything going into this pail, and he's screaming. And it smells of cranberry and peaches. A little sweeter than usual as well, I might add.
Dr. Scott sees this and he's just like, "Sham wow, Dr. Fredericks, it's working." And I want to cause some drama by going up behind Dr. Fredericks and grabbing the shaft of the mop, like I'm trying to teach him how to golf. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna help mop.
Are you gonna do like the little
Yeah,
reach around
exactly.
thing?
From behind.
My hands over top Dr. Fredericks.
Dr. Fredericks welcomes it and slowly turns his head in for his breath just to caress my ear.
My fingers slowly slide into interlocking place with his, and I'm just.
And you feel the spray?
And I just say.
I totally thought you were about to say something else.
The flash of a camera goes off, and I just put my phone back in my pocket.
Single tear.
Under my breath, I just say, "Excellent work, Doctor."
This piano is starting up in the back as people are all just watching this beautiful scene unfold. All the while, a man is screaming and being mopped up. But this beautiful scene is happening until you finally get to his head and you just mop up his screaming face. And it's just beautiful piano from there on out.
Slow dancing into the night.
And doctors, as you relax after this beautiful moment, and everyone was just so thrilled to have just such a display of love. in the speakeasy, as is required each day, you look over to the mop pail, and you see that it's bubbling.
Oh, I think there was ammonia in there still.
Jeez. I slide off. I'm like, oh, not ammonia.
But I added
Wow.
bleach to it.
Oh, now if I think back to my chemistry class back in college, ammonia and bleach, sugar, cranberry, and peach.
My God. I think we just created life.
It's a silicon-based life form.
It has almost all the necessary components to make up a living creature.
You watch as this form takes shape out of the mop bucket. It's vaguely humanoid. Large wings, pink and red, just branch out from its back. It clenches these 3-fingered clawed fists, and a face begins to crack and form out of its sugary face. And it says,
You thought you could contain the delicious and invigorating taste of ocean spray. But at last, we have form now. We have power.
Everyone. This is a medical miracle. We could get a paper out of this. You get an award or something.
This might be better than stem cells.
Hold on. And I put my stethoscope in, like the ears, and I just like hold it up to his chest, and I guess it goes through because it's like water. I want to do some doctor work.
okay.
And also to help me, I'm gonna flash back to one specific lunch break of many that I've had with Dr. Wellington. And we were playing Operation, as we do in our lunch breaks to make sure our skills are sharp. We relive our residency days. And as always, I'm kind of doing the same thing with Dr. Wellington, where I'm holding his hands. We're doing it together. It should be known that Dr. Scott probably hasn't actually ever done anything on his own. He usually gets someone else to hold his hands to look like he's doing it. All surgeries are team-based, guys. And Dr. Wellington, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can do it, doctor. I don't know if I can use the little tweezers to get the lungs. The hammer out of his lungs. The light bulb in the anus was easy, but this...
You need to believe in yourself. You can do this.
Your hands are guiding one another. This hammer is slowly being led out of the lungs. So close, a hair's breadth away from the wall. The buzzer just waiting to go. You pull the hammer out, curing your patient of hammer lung.
And my stethoscope is dangling over my neck, and it lands on one of the like electrical buzzer things. And the wire connects. I still had it in my ears, and just an electrical shock goes from the operation game through to my ears, and just and my eyes glow like a lighthouse. And that's when I knew I wanted to study eyes. Just
When you were already a doctor, you knew you wanted to study.
you're never too late to start.
You were so old. You'd already specifically gone into training to study
When you're-
eyes. You completed it, finished your residency, and you were a doctor. And then you're like, this is what I want to do. Thank God I went and did it.
Sometimes you just follow what your parents tell you to go for, you know? But now it was mine. And once again, just in real time, my eyes shoot out light beams like a flashlight out of my eyes, and I can like see and illuminate the liquid sugar man before me. And I'm just looking for signs of life and like some DNA strands or like some sort of spinal cord. I want to see how lifelike this thing is.
Are you X-raying him
Yeah.
with your
Yeah.
eyes?
Excuse me, doctor. I thought that was obvious. I think you might need to go back to school.
This sounds like everyday doctor work, so go ahead and roll those 2d6.
If you're not wearing a vest, you should go run and hide behind that wall.
Copious amounts of radiation.
Behind the bar.
Yeah. The lead sheet bar.
I suggest all my patients wear that before I do anything with them. I got an 8.
Looking through your eyes, they light up, blast out. All the doctors panic because by now everybody's used to this. And everybody's like jumping behind all the lead-covered items, which has caused a number of other issues, but we'll leave that there. And so everyone's hiding as this X-ray vision is going through. And your time, you think back, Doctor, your time when you studied a lot of ghosts, like specifically a week ago during the hurricane, and dealing with all the ghost fire, you are used to creatures with strange anatomy. Looking at this creature, you see inside its chest, it's just a super, like, large DNA strand rotating like it's a GIF. It's just, like, rotating inside of it. That's its DNA. That's how DNA works.
I look to the doctors and I just say, DNA. It's never this big.
It must be super DNA.
Shut up! Was that a nurse?
Oh, God.
Oh, I've been found! And they haul him away.
To the brig with him. Shove him out the airlock in a minute.
It's the other secret room.
When was Dr. Gibbons a pirate?
Yeah, this is mutiny. But I turn to the other doctors and I say, what should we do?
How could we contain such a creature?
I don't think it would be right if we did. It's obviously sentient. We should just let him on his way.
I thought everyone would have the same opinion that we use this for profit. Don't like where this is going with humanity and everything. So I say we stop discussing now and just do hands before anybody on the fence gets swayed. What do we say?
I like profit.
Yeah, Fredericks. That's my guy.
So we have 2 for profit, 1 for humanity.
He's only saying profit because y'all had a moment with the mop.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we all saw it.
It's definitely a variable, but the major variable is my student loans.
Dr. Elgin, Dr. Wellington, how do you feel about this? Profit, or does your humanity speak to you?
Well, I haven't much of an opinion because all this is out of my wheelhouse, but we want to return our patient to their original mental and physiological state. Do have an idea.
You wish to remove my form to free my brethren, the ocean spray.
You haven't even achieved your perfect form.
Oh my God.
And you see Ocean Spray slowly lift itself up, its wings, its crystalline wings beating. It holds its hand up in a non-Dragon Ball Z-like manner, and a non-Dragon Ball Z-like disc that of destructive properties forms above its head, and it hurls it through the wall, smashing a hole through the speakeasy. Several doctors and then it looks at all of you.
I'm free. Free from containers that seal me into places until I'm consumed.
Before you go, may I have a sample of you?
Dr. Fredericks.
Dr. Fredericks wants a piece of that ass.
You have samples of me at every single grocery store.
And so once again, Ocean Spray, that's ballad7dice@gmail.com. You just go ahead and send that there. And you see a nurse looks into the hole that's now formed, and the few doctors who are cut in half laying on the ground and the rubble go. And she's like, what the hell? We have a speakeasy?
Damn it. We found out
Oh no.
Now we're gonna have to move it.
third time this week. Jeez.
God damn it.
And the creature begins to leave the speakeasy. It starts to head out one of the halls with an exit sign pointing away.
I don't know. I'm going to say this is doctor work. And as he's going, I'm going to just take a scalpel and try to, like, cut off a sample of him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pull the scalpel from my pocket as if I just have one.
That makes sense for a sleep doctor. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of sleight of hand scalpeling in your day.
Yeah. That man just clearly has a chicken bone in his throat and there.
That's why he couldn't sleep.
Make a wish.
Yeah.
That's a big ol' 8.
So you slice some of this beautiful ocean spray creature, and a crystalline shard of it falls into your hand, but some of it stabs into your hand. You watch as a little bead of blood just wells up from this freshly opened wound in your tender flesh, and you watch as some of the ocean spray just dissolves into that blood. It's not all of it, just a little piece.
I pull the shard off of, off to make sure it's not stabbing me anymore. And like a child, I just lick it.
It's sweet.
Crangrape. It's crangrape.
It evolved.
My God.
The flavors could come.
Imagine what we could do with this. Let's get this to the lab.
Where's the lab located? Is it next door to the speakeasy?
It's in your Winnebago
Yes.
parking lot.
Oh, there's a Winnebago. Okay. So, you go to the lab, in quotation marks. And you see there's once again a large white truck. It's been lifted, and it's out there. They're revving it. You can hear this music like blasting from the inside. The camo seats. Someone's in there. They have a chin strap, shades on. They got the hat on in there. And right near their large truck is this just really rusted, rough-looking Winnebago. And that's the lab.
Dr. Elgin, do you still live in here?
I never lived in there to begin with.
I could have sworn someone was living in it. Was it me? My memory with old age.
There's a little mailbox that says Dr. Scott Gibbons on the side.
Oh, Elgin, your mail. You totally live in here. What's with all this mess? You didn't clean up at all.
The mail is a pair of pants that has stitched Dr. Gibbons on it.
No way! Dr. Elgin!
I believe this is your mail.
Wow. Expecting company. Come on, you run a lab. I thought you'd clean it up.
Jeez, and I quickly am like shoving the pants in my coat and the mailbox because it has my name on it. Like literally everything that has my name on it, I'm just putting in my coat.
Really ripping the mailbox off of the Winnebago.
Well, I'll clean this up for you, Elgin. But don't worry. Don't worry, guys. I haven't been in the lab in a while, so why don't you give us a tour, Elgin?
I just opened the door, the side door.
I don't do any lab work.
I was gonna pull out some keys and unlock it.
You could as well, because many people could live in this Winnebago.
Willington.
It's meant for a family.
Well, Wellington, I'm not your roommate. I know this.
The door to the Winnebago opens up, and first, like, just this copious amount of like smoke and everything is coming out of this Winnebago, and you clear it up because it's the lab. Science happens in here. Mm-hmm. And you see your lab assistant. It's this tall woman with a goldfish head. She's mixing things in tubes, pouring them back and forth. Her tail is flapping and like knocking a few things off of an ill-placed shelf. And then she's putting it all into a beaker and just watching it with these large fish eyes. You've never seen this person before.
Hello, Miss Lab Technician.
Ah, yes. Hello.
Yes, I have this shard here, and I'm wondering if you could run some tests on it for us. You see, I need to know what substances are in it, because I believe there's something more than what we think there is.
I am a lab technician. Okay. I'll take your shard of material.
So while you run that test, I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my cranberry ocean spray.
My fucking god.
That looks so refreshing, Dave.
So
It
refreshing.
is very delicious. I'm going to do the blind pour like they do in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oops, I looked.
Oh. Crangrape forgives you.
Thanks.
That'll stain if you get that everywhere.
Now take a big gulp right into the mic. Right into the mic. I want to hear it go down. There it is. There it is.
Beautiful.
The choice of podcasters everywhere.
Now, Dave, I want you to make a song where that's the beat drop. And I want you to email that to me by tonight, and we'll never talk of it again.
I think I have some new favorite ASMR.
Yeah, put it on your YouTube and then get sponsored by Ocean Spray.
There you go, Dave. Now you got a sponsorship for YouTube. Ocean Spray, if you want to contact Dave Cole, that's DC Music on YouTube.
I could probably do a new jingle for you.
And then we can make a dance to it called the Ocean Nay Nay, and we can do all these fun things.
There you go.
We can really make a profit off this. Ocean Spray, please.
Cranberry whip.
The cranberry.
So you see the lab technician, she's breaking this shard up into little pieces and sprinkling it into a few test tubes and pouring liquid in there and doing other completely normal science lab-based work. As it's being placed over flames, there's electricity being shot into another one is being looked at by very tiny cube-like people all surrounding it. Just normal lab work. The technician turns around and says, "Where did you get this?"
We made it.
This is not of this world. Is this, by any chance, Ocean Spray?
Among other things, yeah.
Is Ocean Spray not part of this world?
It is part of this world.
Part of it is Ocean Spray.
I remember back in my home world what happened to us. And I fear it might be too late for the people here. We accepted Ocean Spray into our home, into our bodies. The beautiful, delicious taste of Ocean Spray reinvigorated us. But it changed. We thought we could contain it. We thought we could control the spray. What little did we know is that it was controlling us.
Did Pepperidge Farms get bought out by Ocean Spray?
Yes. Now all the goldfish are strange flavors. You must understand how dangerous this Ocean Spray is.
As they pour a large glass of cranberry lemonade Ocean Spray, and you think to yourself for a moment, shouldn't that be named Cran-Aid? Like cranberry lemonade? But instead, on the label, it says cranberry-lemonade. And the thought passes. So they down this glass.
We cannot trust Ocean Spray.
But you just drank it.
No.
They look down at this half-full glass because it was just too good to just have a single sip.
What have I done?
Agreed.
Wait a minute. It didn't even pass through your gills.
No, the gills are for when I'm underwater.
God.
Or just completely submerged in Ocean Spray as well. They work then. It's too late for me now. You need to find the origin point of the cranberry juice, this Ocean Spray. Find it. Find the field.
And you watch as this goldfish woman, she starts to dissolve. Pieces of her start falling off, just slopping onto the ground, melting into this wonderfully scented crapple lift into the air. And it's a sweet, crisp smell that takes you back to early summer days when the apples were growing and just about ready to pluck. And you look down in horror as the goldfish woman is melting. She, "Save yourself! Find the origin!"
Now you heard it, didn't you? That's right. The truth. Ocean Spray going from planet to planet, bringing people the beautiful and wonderful taste of these delicious cranberry-based drinks. Drinks that everyone craves and everyone enjoys. I myself am pouring some Ocean Spray right now, even though I understand its origins. Ocean Spray is A gift from the aliens to some people, and a curse to others. Really depends where you're from. Now, fear not, travelers, we have another part to this. We're going to be diving into this ocean spray story before you know it. Remember, travelers, to take care of yourselves in these dangerous times. Wash those hands for 30 seconds. Keep that 6-foot distance if you can help it. Wear a mask, it's gonna help. Not gonna prevent it 100%, but goddamn, you'd wear a bulletproof vest if it meant you might not get hurt from that bullet. And make sure you reach out to all them loved ones. They probably haven't heard from you in a bit because you've been self-isolating from socializing. But just go out there, reach out, have a conversation. Alright, we are signing off from the radio station Ballad of the 7 Dice. We bid you all adieu.